I don't know why I said that whole profit player profit. What I say? Passionate profit pussy. I was wrong for that. And I apologize. What I have learned in the last at least 2 years when it comes to being a service-based entrepreneur and a business coach. One, let's just put it all out there. Being an entrepreneur in general is not just the easiest task in the world. It is rewarding for sure, but it definitely requires you to be tenacious and to have tenacity and persistence through every journey that you're going on. Is that a lot of people who are in their corporate job still, they're trying to figure out how the hell do they escape from corporate into entrepreneur in the first place. And one thing I want to say, and it's not necessarily for everyone, but if you're in that place and you're trying to figure out, where do I go? How do I start? One thing I would recommend, two things that I would recommend is, one, coach people on your expertise, on what you actually know how to do. So for me, as an accountant, as a tax professional, although I also provide the service of those things, I also teach my clients how they could do it on their own if they did not have me, or if they grew in their business and they needed to, enhance and go to someone else, or they're in a specific industry. I still want you all to know how to do the thing. So you can coach people on the thing, of course, provide the service now, but you can also coach people and provide those services on the things that you already know. 9 out of 10, it's probably what you're already doing in your corporate job. Sometimes people feel like, I don't necessarily want to do this anymore. And it's not that you don't want to do that anymore or that you hate what you're doing. It's that you don't like your job. You don't like someone controlling your time, telling you when to get here, telling you can't take that vacation when you know you deserve a vacay. Those things will have your mind feeling like, okay, this isn't what I want to do anymore. But in all actuality, you're great at it. In all actuality, people want to pay you for it because they want to be able to understand it. Now, the second thing you can do is coach people on how to do the thing that you have expertise in. So like I said, there are people who may want to do exactly what you're doing, whether that be in corporate or as an entrepreneur, but they don't have that skill set. You have the skill set to change someone's life, and you actually not taking that step forward, you got a million other people that's probably waiting on you to take that step forward, to help pull them out of whatever situation that they're in. And that's just something to think about. Now, if you're still feeling like you're just really uncertain, like, baby, I hear you and you talking to riff raff, I don't want to do what I'm doing in corporate anymore. That's cool. I want to give you 3 things in this video. That's what the video really about, but I'm gonna do a little rambling. I want to give you 3 things that you need to do before you leave your corporate job, before you put in that 2-week, 2-month notice. I need you to do these 3 things. First, make sure there is a legitimate need for what you are trying to do. Let me tell you something. Passion without profits is for pussies. Okay, I shouldn't say that. Passion without profits is pointless. How can you change the world if you cannot make a profit from it to help change the world? I get the passion. I understand the passion. It's easier to make money when you have passion in what you're doing. But I want to remind you all, if your passion is not a need and it's a hobby, treat it as a hobby and not a business. Don't go into quitting your job over something that's really just a hobby for you, and it's not something that people are like, oh, I really, really need this. And this is just starting out. When you start to cultivate relationships, you start to make yourself known, you start to generate income, baby, you can put out whatever and people gonna flock to it because they rock with you. But when you are in corporate, you ain't got no face, name, brand, or nothing on social media. People have no idea who you are. They are not jumping at your hobby. They are not. So I want to keep you all reminded of that. And I hate to be the one to say it, but that just is what it is. Second, put together a value-based funnel, meaning, and I'm sure you guys have heard this, but get people in your funnel, they come down, they spend big dollars with you. The funnel is real. That's a real life thing. Let me just say this. But when I say a value-based funnel, I mean from the very tippy top of your funnel, you need to be providing value. Your content should be valuable. People should be able to take your content, take notes from your content, do something with your content. That's one. When they come further down, maybe they're on your email list. When they get on your email list, you need to be providing valuable emails, giving away something for free. And I'm not just talking about a little winky dink little checklist. That's cool. But maybe a video to go along with the checklist to give people a walkthrough of how to get through that checklist. It needs to be valuable so that when they, first off, this is the perfect way to vet your clientele. Okay? Because when they've already done those small things with you and they see that you're valuable, by the time they get here, they're not complaining about anything because they already know you mean business. You've given them all these things for free. You've given them this value for free that they know the paid stuff is going to be worth something. Like I tell you all, don't give away the chicken and the mashed potatoes, but you want to get them that gravy, enough for them to be licking their fingers like, baby, I want the whole plate. Third, you want to make sure that failure, one, is not an option. But realistically, you can't be afraid to fail. And you have to understand that you've only failed if you've given up. Straight up. And I wouldn't necessarily, I don't really like the word fail, but I use that because that's what a lot of you all can relate to and make a connection to. But I want you to understand something. Me pushing out a program or pushing out a service that I didn't get any clientele from is not a failure to me. What that is a lesson. Maybe my marketing wasn't strong enough. Maybe I didn't market long enough. I'll give an example. I had a program where I was basically doing a in-person class, and I did it for like 3 or 4 months. It went well. It didn't go as well as I had hoped. But what I realized is I wasn't on live. I wasn't pushing content. The only thing I did was post a flyer. And I might have posted that flyer every other day or every other week. And I didn't post it long. So what I realized is me not getting the amount of people that I expected to get was not a failure. It was a lesson that, baby, if you want it, you got to do a little bit more on social media. So I just want to remind you all that what a failure what failing may look like to you in the eyes of someone who does not understand entrepreneurship is not failure. Okay? But I want you to understand that if you fall, if things don't go well the first time, it happens. The best thing you can do is get your blank up and be tenacious and push through it and figure out what went wrong during that time and what you need to improve on the next time so that you can see the success that you desire. Remember, you've only failed if you've given up. And I really stand by that. So I've enjoyed doing this video with you all. This is a great way for you to get some ideas on what success takes as an entrepreneur. If you enjoyed this video, tell a friend to tell a friend, of course. But also be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all on the next video.